I think it is as if the leadership has decided we cannot stop this tidal wave of super lib special interests that have overtaken the party, so we might as well get out in front of this thing and surf the wave that otherwise would drown us. But my gosh, that was quite a lineup of liberals sitting there all next to each other and so pleased. What Mamdani did on these orders, it's not just, as they said, tone deaf and shameful. It's willful. It's intentional. It would have been so easy to step softly. I'm a Muslim. Gee, some people are going to think I might be anti-Semitic or anti-Jew because of my past comments. Why don't I just kind of go softly at first? But no, let me take an order that on the day one instantly peels back two big Israel-related protective items. Yeah, what message is he sending there? His message he's sending there is, F you.
Yeah, it definitely seems intentional. I want to turn now over to the mess in Minnesota. Even more fraud was uncovered by the Small Business Administration. Secretary Kelly Loeffler, she wrote this on X. Nearly 7,000 Minnesota borrowers were approved for nearly 8,000 COVID relief loans worth approximately $400 million, all fraudulent. This comes as the House Oversight Committee has a date set for a hearing on fraud next Wednesday. What do you think we're going to hear from Tim Walz? Do we hear from him? Your thoughts, Deneen?
Well, so far he's been blaming President Trump and the Republicans, so we'll see how he will handle himself next Wednesday. The numbers are really staggering, and thank goodness for Nick Shirley and his bravery in terms of just doing his day job. And unfortunately, this poor kid is getting death threats. We need more Nick Shirleys out there to call out and shine a light on the fraud, the rampant fraud and crimes that are taking place across our country. Those are our tax dollars being squandered. And what other state is next? That's the next question.
Yeah, many are saying Ohio, California, maybe even New York, all deserve a closer look. Minnesota legislators and providers, they spoke out against these fraud allegations, but they couldn't help but make themselves look even more guilty or guilty. Let's take a look.
If childcare is cut, I'm unable to work or go to school. I understand fraud is bad.
I do see some signs over here that say stop fraud, and I agree, stop it. There are wait lists for these programs that are years long. There is fraud,
Wow, Dennis, I mean, pretty bad. This is not just daycares, though. They're reportedly fraudulent healthcare centers. Homes are allegedly being bought and being used as quote-unquote home healthcare. And this isn't just Minnesota, as we were just talking about. GOP lawmakers in Ohio are calling for an investigation into similar fraud in their state. Dennis, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, Minnesota clearly is just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? And this is going on everywhere, especially in blue cities and blue states. I really think that it may be going on as well in Republican states, because you see this money start to round trip and end up going back into Democrat campaigns. And where have the Republicans been in terms of trying to crack down on this at all for years? They must be feeding at the same trough. I think this is just a Washington truism today. Even the government itself estimates that the fraud in Medicaid, Medicare, I believe is $500 billion a year. And that's just the stuff that they think they know about. And suddenly along comes this story out of nowhere. And you see it spread to Washington State and California. And now, there are reports of 40 daycare centers with the same address all registering on the same day. How did the government turn out to be so stupid as to pay for something like that? It's absolutely awful. And it's exactly what Elon Musk and Doge were saying. And where were the Republicans on putting any of the Doge fixes into law? Absolutely nowhere, because they're pigs at the same trough.
Yeah, I was just about to say we might need to bring Elon Musk back. But we want to look at what's ahead in 2026, some positivity here. Deneen, I understand you are hoping to slow things down. I totally hear that. And you have some hopes for voters. So can you go deeper on all of that?
Yeah, slow things down, work-life balance, got to bring that back in this household. For voters, look, we need more Nick Shirleys, just like I mentioned. If you see something that is out of line and criminal, you need to stand up and call it out. And also, I think voters need to hold their representatives accountable, make those phone calls, visit them in their offices, have town halls, because the career politicians, they are always front and center when they want our votes. So I say make some FaceTime with them.